I wake to silence in the dark. The clock is glowing like a spark. 2:17, it calls my name, but every night feels just the same. The window whispers in the rain like someone's calling me again. I turn around, my breath goes thin. That's when you're standing there again. I don't know where you came from or why you disappear with dawn. Every night at 2:17, you're the only thing I see, like a ghost inside my room, but you feel so real to me. I try to reach you, fade away, like a dream I couldn't stay. Tell me why you only come when the world has gone to sleep. Your eyes don't lie, but they don't speak, like you've been lost inside of me. I try to ask you who you are, but words just fall and break apart. I wrote your name 1,000 times, but morning takes it from my mind. I check my phone, there's nothing there, like you were never anywhere. Am I losing all my senses, or are you stuck between these seconds? Every night at 2:17, you're the only thing I see, like a shadow made of light, holding pieces left in me. I try to stay, I try to fight, but you dissolve into the night. Tell me why you only live in the hours I can't keep. Don't leave me here alone again. I'm scared of waking up to nothing. If you're a dream, then let me sleep. If you're a ghost, then stay with me. But if you're real, then why can't I find you in the morning light? Every night at 2:17, I'm afraid of what it means. Are you someone that I lost, or someone I'll never keep? I feel your hand, it feels so warm, but you're already almost gone. Tell me why you only come just to disappear from me. 2:17 again, and I'm still waiting for you. She's sitting by the window, tracing raindrops as they fall, streetlights dancing on her skin, like she doesn't feel at all. Her reflection looks like mine, but her eyes are far away, like she's living in a moment that the morning couldn't save. I say her name so quietly, but silence answers back to me. She's sitting by the window, like she's waiting for the past. Every night I move a little closer, but it never seems to last. I can see her, I can feel her, but she slips right through my hands. Tell me why she only stays where the night still understands. There's a sadness in her smile, like she knows what I don't know. Every time I try to ask her, all the words just move too slow. I wrote a note beside her hand, but it vanished with the dawn. Like the truth is hiding somewhere in a place she came from. Is she real or just a memory breaking through the dark in me? She's sitting by the window, watching something I can't see, like she's waiting for a moment that belongs to you and me. I keep reaching, keep believing she'll turn around and say my name, but she fades before the sunrise, and I'm left here just the same. Don't disappear this time, stay until the morning finds us. If I sit here by your side, will I finally understand? Or will you become the silence slipping through my hands? She's sitting by the window, and I'm learning how to stay in the quiet space between us, where the night won't go away. If you're real, then don't forget me. If you're gone, then let me know why you only come alive when the world is moving slow. She's still there, but I don't think she sees me. The sky is clear above my head, but you're in silver falling threads. A different world outside your space, where drops of rain touch only your face. I step outside, I feel no storm, but you're there shivering in the cold, like you belong to something else, a place I'm not allowed to hold. I reach for you through empty air, but all I touch is nothing there. The rain only falls for her, like the sky knows where you are. Every drop a silent word from a world I'm too far from. I'm standing in the dry tonight while you're drowning in the light. Tell me why the storm you feel never reaches where I am. Your dress is soaked in quiet tears, your eyes are lost in hidden fears. I try to pull you out of it, but you just fade bit by bit. I scream your name into the dark, but thunder swallows every part, like something's keeping you away, or keeping me from where you stay. Are you trapped inside that rain, or am I locked out once again? The rain only falls for her, like she's cursed beneath the sky. Every drop is something more than the tears she won't let cry. I'm reaching through a world apart, trying just to find your heart, but the storm you're standing in won't let me come inside. If I could take your place tonight, I'd let the rain fall over me. slowly in the rain. The rain only falls for her, and I'm fading from her view. Like the sky erased my place in the world that she once knew. I'm screaming but there's no sound as the storm pulls you back down. And the last thing that I see is the rain replacing me. It stopped, but you're gone. You're closer than the air I breathe, but farther than I'll ever be. A fragile light before my eyes that disappears when I try. Your shadow falls across my skin, but I don't feel it settling in. Like you're made of something else, a broken piece of somewhere else. I move too fast, you fade away. I stand too still, you drift astray. You're a girl I can't touch, but I feel you so much. Like a dream on my lips that I'm losing too quick. Every step that I take is a distance you make. Tell me why you're so close, but I'm out of your world. I try to hold your trembling hand, but slip right through like grains of sand. Your eyes were looking back at me, like you were begging silently. I called your name 1,000 times, but it dissolved between the lines. Like something's keeping us apart, or breaking time inside my heart. If I could cross this space somehow, would you still be here right now? You're a girl I can't touch, but I need you too much. Like a ghost in my chest, never letting me rest. Every moment we share feels like you're not really there. Tell me why I can't feel the one thing that feels real. sometimes you disappear, like you were never really here. I search for traces in the light, but you belong to only night. The sun erases every sign that you were ever standing by, like all we are is just a dream that hides between the in-between. I count the hours, I lose my breath, waiting for your shadow step. You're only real after midnight, when the silence starts to speak, when the world is finally gone and it's just you and me. I feel you closer in the dark, like you're living in my heart. Tell me why you fade away with the light I cannot keep. I try to stay awake for you, but time just pulls me out of you. No matter how I fight the sleep, you only come when I'm too weak. The clock keeps ticking like a lie that steals the moment you arrive. And every second that we're close feels like something I can't hold. Am I dreaming you to life, or losing you to every night? You're only real after midnight, in a world I can't explain, where your voice feels like a whisper calling softly through the rain. I try to memorize your face before the dawn can take your place, but every time I wake again, you're a feeling I can't trace. If I could live inside the dark, I'd never let the morning start. If forever meant no light, would you finally stay this time? Or are you just a fragile truth that only lives when I'm not awake? You're only real after midnight, and I'm breaking with the truth that the only time I have you is the time I'm losing you. So I'll close my eyes tonight, just to bring you back to life, even if it means I'm trapped in a dream I can't escape. Midnight comes, and so do you. The sunlight fell across my room, but all I saw was missing you. An empty space beside the bed, where all your quiet echoes lived. I try to trace you in the day, but every sign just slipped away, like you were never really mine, just something borrowed by the night. The hours move, but I stand still, counting moments you won't fill. I waited all day for you, through the light that felt so wrong. Every second without you feels like something's gone. I don't belong in the daylight, I don't know how to breathe, 'cause the only time you're real is when the world can't see. I sat beside the window frame, keep you longer in my sight, but sleep just pulled me far away before I could make you stay. Am I chasing something lost, or loving at too high a cost? I waited all day for you, for a night that feels too far, holding on to something I don't know what you are. I don't belong in the sunlight, it only makes me see that the only place you live is somewhere inside of me. If I could skip the day somehow, I'd be right there with you now. If I could freeze the world in night, would you stay within my life? Or are you just a fleeting part of something breaking in my heart? I waited all day for you. Now the sky is turning gray, and I'm holding on to hope that you'll come back and stay. But deep inside I feel the truth that I already lost you. Even though you're all I have, you only exist when I don't. I'll wait again until 2:17. My fingers trace across the screen words you'll never really see. I write your name, it feels so real, but there's no one there to feel. The cursor blinks like it knows every secret I won't show. A conversation in my head with someone who might not exist. I press send, then hesitate. Who am I talking to this way? I'm typing to no one, but it feels like you. Every word I'm writing is something I'd say to you, but there's no reply, just silence on the line. Tell me why I'm still here, waiting for a sign. I read our chats that aren't there, scrolling through an empty year, like memories I never saved, or moments time just couldn't take. I swear I heard you call my name, but nothing here can prove the same. Am I holding on too tight to something fading out of sight? If I stop, will you disappear? Or were you never really here? I'm typing to no one, but I still pretend that somewhere you're reading every message that I send. But the screen goes dark and I fall apart, 'cause loving you like this is breaking my heart. Maybe I created you from the pieces I once knew. Maybe you're a memory trying not to leave me. But if that's the truth I face, why can't I erase you. I'm typing to no one, but it still feels real. Every word I'm writing is something I can't heal. No scene, no reply, just a quiet goodbye. And I'm left here talking to the silence inside. Message not sent again. I held the camera in my hand, trying to catch you where you stand. The smile you gave, it disappeared before I could hold it near. The light refracts across your face, but it won't stay in any place. Like every frame I try to save is stolen by a quiet wave. I scroll, I swipe, it's never there. Am I dreaming you somewhere? Photos that won't save, moments that won't stay. Everything I try to hold just slips and fades away. I press my eyes against the glass, hoping that the image lasts. But you exist in pieces that no one can capture fast. I try to paint your face with light, but colors bleed into the night. I thought I'd make the memory mine, but dawn erases every line. Your laugh, your gaze, your fleeting touch. I can't preserve them, I can't clutch. Every picture disappears like whispers lost between the years. Why can't I keep what feels so true? Why can't I keep a part of you? Photos that won't save, moments that won't stay. Everything I try to hold just drifts like clouds away. I press my hands against the dark, trying to keep your beating heart, but you're already somewhere else, and I'm just left with the shell. Maybe you're a shadow that can't survive the day. Maybe I'm just chasing something that won't stay. But even if it disappears, I'll remember the way you were. Photos that won't save, and memories that slip. I try to capture your soul, but it always rips. Yet I keep trying, frame by frame, even if nothing lasts. I'll remember your name. Gone before I could keep it. Morning spills across the floor, but your shadow's not here anymore. I wait for signs promises, but none remain. Just empty light and quiet pain. Your laughter lingers in my head, but fades like something left unsaid. You're alive in the dark, I know, but gone where daylight starts to glow. I search for you in every ray, but every beam just fades away. You disappear with the sun, and I'm left where shadows run. Every day I hope you'll stay, but you're already far away. I close my eyes, I try to see a place where you belong with me, but light reveals the cruel truth. You only live when I lose you. Follow streets, I follow walls, but every corner just recalls the night I spent with you so near, that vanishes when day appears. I take your hand inside my mind, but sunlight always breaks the bind, and every touch that feels so real disappears when the sun reveals. Why does the day take you away when I need you to stay? You disappear with the sun like a dream that's never done. I hold my breath, I hold my heart, but morning tears it all apart. Every street, every sign whispers softly, you're not mine. And all I feel, all I have left is the night I can't forget. If I could stop the sun from rising, would you finally stay with me? If darkness is your only home, then I'll wait until it's gone. Finds its way and takes the part of you that stays. You disappear with the sun, and I'm chasing what's undone. Every night I see your face, but morning steals your place. I'm trapped between the dark and day, where I want you to you only live in night's embrace and vanish when I chase. Come until the night comes back. I hold your hand inside my mind, but when I reach, there's nothing to find. Your laughter lingers in the air, but I know you're never really there. I trace your face in empty space, the memory I can't embrace. Every night I fall for you, even though I know it's untrue. Am I dreaming or am I awake? Loving a ghost I can't take. I'm loving someone who isn't there, a shadow that vanishes in the air. Every touch is just in my head, every word is something unsaid. I close my eyes and hope it's real, but nothing comes that I can feel. Tell me why my heart still still beats for someone who leaves no trace. I whisper things you'll never hear. I write your name in a vacant tear. The world around me moves too fast while I'm holding moments that won't last. I try to speak into the night, but silence swallows every light. And every time I call your name, I realize it's just a game. Am I chasing what never was, or loving a dream without a cause? I'm loving someone who isn't there, a phantom in the midnight air. Every kiss exists in my mind, every hug is just a lie. I reach for you in empty space, hoping for one familiar trace. But every time I feel your warmth, you vanish before the dawn. Maybe I made you exist from the pieces I miss. Maybe you're a memory that only stays inside of me. But even knowing it's not true, I keep falling for you. I'm loving someone who isn't there, and still I'm lost in this despair. Every night I see your eyes, even though I know it's lies. I'll hold the ghost I can't keep, even if it makes me weep. Loving someone who isn't there is all I have and all I dare. Gone, but I love you anyway. I wake to the same soft glow. The clock tells me what I know. 2:17, she's there again, but gone before the night can end. I try to speak, but words fall still. Her eyes are deep, her presence chills. A fleeting moment I can't keep, a memory I lose in sleep. Why does she only come this way and vanish when I try to stay? Why only 2:17, a time no one else has seen, a place where I can't belong, but somehow she feels so strong. I reach for her, she slips away. The night keeps her and hides the day. Tell me why she only lives when the world forgets to breathe. I've counted hours, watched the moon. I've tried to hold her, but too soon she fades like mist before my eyes. A dream that never says goodbye. Her shadow lingers in the rain, but disappears with every pain. I scream inside, I break, I bleed for a love that only comes in need. Why does she only exist where the night insists? Why only 2:17, the only hour she has been a fleeting truth I can't embrace. A moment trapped in time and space. I reach, I fall, I try to stay. dissolves as night gives way. Tell me why she only comes when the world is gone away. If I could stretch the hands of time, would she stay just once in mine? If darkness is the only key, would she finally come to me? Or is she meant to haunt the night and vanish with the first daylight? Why only 2:17, the hour no one else has seen? A love that lives in shadow's breath, a fleeting touch that feels like death. I'll wait again as I always do, for the hour she'll come into view. Why only 2:17, the only time she's ever been. 2:17. I wake to the same soft glow. The shadows fall, the wind moves slow. 2:17, she's standing there, but vanished when I turned to stare. The streets are quiet, the lights too dim. I feel her presence on a whim. The night is looping all around, and I'm lost where she is found. Every hour feels the same. I call her name, she fades again. The night repeats itself, a memory I cannot help. Every shadow, every sound, she appears, then can't be found. I try to hold on to the dark, but it slips like water through my heart. Tell me why the hours rewind and leave her only in my mind. I see her silhouette again, walking past where I begin. The rain falls softly on her hair, but I can't touch her anywhere. I chase her through the empty streets, but every time my hope retreats. The night knows secrets I can't share, and keeps her presence just out there. Is she real, or am I dreaming? Or am I trapped in her repeating? The night repeats itself, and I am lost in stealth. Every step, every sigh, she's a ghost that passes by. I try to speak, I try to stay, but the night just pulls her away. Tell me why she only comes in the hours no one runs. If I could break this endless night, would she finally stay inside? If I could turn the world around, would I finally hear a sound? Or am I doomed to chase her still, while the night bends to her will? The night repeats itself, I'm falling, losing self. Every time she comes near, She disappears like fear. I'll wait again, as I always do, for the night to bring her into view. The night repeats itself, and I can't escape myself again. She's gone again. She's gone. The room is quiet, shadows crawl. I fight the darkness, fight it all. 2:17, she appears again. A fleeting moment I can't maintain. My eyes are heavy, body weak, but I can't rest, I can't sleep. Every time I close my eyes, she's gone before the morning cries. I tried not to sleep, but sleep tried to take me anyway. I tried not to sleep, just to keep her near. Every second without her feels like something I fear. The night is endless, the clock won't bend. She comes and goes, and I pretend that I can hold her in my sight, even if it's only in the night. I sip the cold and bitter air, but she's alive somewhere out there. Her laughter echoes down the hall, then vanishes like a shadowed call. I trace the walls, I trace the rain, but all my efforts are in vain. Every hour I try to fight, she disappears with morning light. I tried not to sleep, but dreams are louder than I keep. I tried not to sleep, to feel her breathe, but she only lives in the hours I can't leave. Every corner, every street holds the place where we could meet, but she slips through my weary hands and disappears into distant lands. If I could stay awake forever, would she finally be together? If I could stop the night from ending, would she stop pretending? Or am I doomed to chase her still, while sleep keeps breaking my will? I tried not to sleep, but fatigue takes me slow. Every time I hold her close, she's gone before I know. Yet I'll fight the dark again for one moment with her, my friend. I tried not to sleep for her until the end. 2:17, she comes, then leaves. I see your face in the dark, but it feels like a photograph. A smile frozen, untouched by time, a shadow of what was once mine. I I reach for you, but feel the air. Nothing solid, nothing there. Your presence lingers, soft and pale, like a ghost behind a veil. Am I holding you, or just an echo in my view? You look like a memory, a dream that's fading from me. Every step you take, every glance feels like a fleeting chance. I try to touch, I try to stay, but you dissolve with the day. Tell me why you only appear like something lost I hold so near. Your laughter hides between the walls. I hear it softly in the halls, but when I turn, there's no one there. Just the memory of you somewhere. I try to write you into life, but every word cuts like a knife. You slip through fingers I extend, like a story with no end. Am I loving what was real, or something that time can't heal? You look like a memory, and I can't set it free. Every night, every sigh, I reach for you and wonder why. Your shadow fades as morning grows, leaving only what I chose to keep inside, to never hold. A memory that's turning cold. Maybe you were never here, just a vision I held dear. Maybe the world won't let you stay, and you're already gone away. But even knowing it's not true, I keep seeing you. You look like a memory, a fleeting ghost of me. Every smile, every glance feels like a second chance, but the light will always win and take you from within. You look like a memory, and I'll remember endlessly. Gone, but still here in my mind. I saw you in the dark tonight, a fleeting shadow, fading light. I wanted to hold your hand so tight, but you slipped away before daylight. Your face is clear, then disappears, a memory that disappears. I try to say what I feel inside, but words dissolve and run and hide. Tell me your name before it's lost again. Tell me your name again before the night ends, before the world forgets the way you looked at me whisper it back to the sky. Try to make your moment lie, but every time I reach for you, you vanish like morning dew. I write it down, I write it slow, but the letters change, they won't show. Your voice a ghost I cannot hear, just echoes only I hold near. I call your name into the night, hoping you'll come into sight, but every time I close my eyes, you're gone before the sunrise. Tell me your name before it fades away. Tell me your name again before the dawn begins, before the world forgets the way we were back then. I'll say it once, I'll say it twice, hoping it survives the night, but every time I speak your name, it vanishes. Keep you from the past, I'd never let you go so fast, but all I have are fleeting sounds and words that fade into the ground. Tell me your name again before it slips away, before the world forgets the moment we can't stay. I'll call it out until it's true, until I'm finally with you. Tell me your name again before the night ends. Your name again. I woke to pieces on the floor, broken light and nothing more. A shadow lingered in my mind, a memory I cannot find. I see your face, I feel your hand, but nothing here could ever stand. Time is fractured, lost and strange, and everything feels out of range. Was it real or just a dream? A fleeting ghost inside of me. The crash I don't remember still echoes like a fading ember. Every sound, every fear reminds me that you were here. I try to hold the pieces tight, but they vanish in the light. Tell me why I can't recall the moment I gave my all. I hear the sirens in my head and feel the weight of words unsaid. The world moves on, but I'm suspended in a night that never ended. Your voice is blurred between the scenes, like whispers lost in broken dreams. I reached for something I can't grasp, a moment lost, a fading clasp. Was it real or just my mind playing tricks I cannot find? The crash I don't remember still crash I don't remember still lives in December. Every heartbeat, every breath reminds me of what's left. I try to keep the fragments near, but they vanish like a tear. The crash I don't remember is the one thing I still fear. I feel it, even if I don't recall. I stayed awake to see your eyes, but morning came with empty skies. The clock ticked slow, the shadows deep, and I was left alone to weep. Your hand once warm now disappeared. Your whispered words I never heard. I tried to call, I tried to fight, but darkness swallowed all the light. Why at this hour did the world take you away? You died at 2:17 a.m. and I can't bring you back again. Every memory, every sigh haunts the hours I survive. The night holds nothing but your name, a silent echo, a burning flame. I reach, I fall, I scream, I bend, but 2:17 was the end. I replay every fleeting scene, the moments caught between the in-between. Your laugh, your gaze, your fleeting touch, all vanished with a final hush. I can't forget, I can't forgive the hour when you ceased to live. And every clock that ticks for me reminds me of the tragedy. Why did the world steal you from me? You died at 2:17 a.m. and I can't bring you back again. Every heartbeat, every tear tells me you're no longer here. The night is heavy, full of pain, and nothing will feel right again. I fall, I scream, I bend, but 2:17 was the end. If I could turn back time tonight, would you still be by my side? If I could stay inside the dark, would I keep you in my heart? But the hour came, the light withdrew, and nothing I did could save you. You died at 2:17 a.m. and nothing will ever be the same again. Every shadow, every sigh carries your memory, whispers goodbye. I'll wait in the hours you once knew for a love that ended too soon. You died at 2:17 a.m. and the night became my only friend. forever. Your memory haunts my every step. Your voice, your touch, I can't forget. But every thought that keeps me near pulls me down into despair. I held you in my heart too long. I clung to what was already gone. And now the night is calling me to leave behind what used to be. I loved you, but I couldn't stay. I had to let you fade away. I forgot you to survive, to find a way to stay alive. Every tear, every cry taught me how to say goodbye. Your shadow lingers in my mind, but I can't let it break my spine. I forgot you, though it hurts, to keep my soul from falling apart. I walk through streets we once knew. I see reflections that aren't true. The places filled with your laughter are empty now, but I chase after. I tried to hold the past inside, but it's a weight I cannot bide. To live I must release the flame and stop calling out your name. I loved you, but love alone can't carry me when I'm on my own. I forgot you to survive, to keep my heart and soul alive. Every shadow, every pain showed me how to start again. Your memory fades but never dies, a quiet echo in my eyes. I forgot you to stand tall, to survive through it all. Even if it breaks my heart, I must rebuild, I must restart. I'll carry pieces, not the whole, and guard the space inside my soul. I forgot you to survive, to breathe again, to feel alive. Every tear, every goodbye led me here to say I survived. Your shadow stays, but I am free. I learned to live, to just be me. I forgot you, but I forgive, to survive and continue to live. Forgot you, but I survived. I walk alone where we once stood. The traces left feel misunderstood. I hear your laugh, I see your face, a fleeting light I can't embrace. The nights we shared, the words unsaid, echo softly in my head. I let you go, I tried to move, but now your memory finds its groove. And every time I close my eyes, you return, a quiet surprise. Now that I remember, every moment, every ember burns inside me soft and slow, a love I'll never fully know. I feel your touch, I hear your name, but nothing now is still the same. Now that I remember, I feel it all again. The streets are quiet, shadows long, but I still hear our old song, a melody that time can't take, a heart that aches yet learns to break. I try to hold the past in frame, but photographs can't speak your name. The tears I cried, the smiles we made, are whispers now that softly fade. And even though I had to leave, your memory is what I grieve. Now that I remember, every laugh, every ember shines inside me bittersweet, a love I'll never fully meet. I feel your gaze, I hear your voice, but absence has become my choice. Now that I remember, I breathe it in again. Maybe memories are all we keep, a silent vow, a heart that weeps. I let you go to live my life, but your echo lingers through the strife. Now that I remember, every touch, every ember lives inside me soft and slow, a love I'll never fully know. I hold it close, I hold it dear, a gentle ghost that's always near. Now that I remember, I carry you through every year. Now that I remember, you're still here. I call your name into the night, but nothing answers, nothing's right. The shadows fall, the silence grows, and all I see are empty rows. I touch the space where you once were, a fading warmth I can't recur. The photographs, the memories are just echoes carried on the breeze. I try to hold you, I try to stay, but time has taken you away. You don't exist anymore, your footsteps gone, your laughter tore, a hole inside that never heals, a truth too sharp for time to seal. I whisper to the empty air, hoping somehow you're still there, but nothing answers, nothing shows. You don't exist anymore. I know the nights I spent chasing your ghost are memories I miss the most. I try tried to breathe you back to life, but found only an endless strife. Your voice, your touch, your fleeting glance were all I had, a dying chance. And now the world feels cold and bare, without you here, without you there. I try to speak, I try to care, but all that's left is empty air. You don't exist anymore. The love we had is just folklore. I hold the pieces in my chest and finally let them rest. The shadows fall, the night is still, the echoes fade, the time stands still. You don't exist anymore, and I'll remember nothing more. Maybe one day in dreams we'll meet, where time can't break and hearts don't bleed. But for now I have to let you go and face the life I'll live alone. You don't exist anymore, but your memory shakes me to my core. I'll walk this path without your light and keep your ghost in endless night. I whisper softly one last time, a fleeting word, a silent rhyme. You don't exist anymore, and I am free to feel the pain.